Okay, welcome back. So for today, we're going to discuss another topic with regards to structural theory. So anong topic yon? So ang topic natin for today is influence line. So ano nga ba yung influence line and what is the importance of tackling influence line in our lecture? So basically, influence line helps us to determine where should we place the moving load. It can be either concentrated moving load or uniformly moving load, no, on a structure in order to get the maximum response. It can be either reaction, shear, or moment. So para malaman natin kung saan dapat natin ilagay yung moving load. So for example, here in the figure, no, meron tayong kotse. Saan ba dapat natin ilagay yung kotse in order to get the maximum actual forces present in our trusses. So, ganun lang yun. Yun yung importance, no? Para mas maintindihan, so let me read the definition presented here. So, sabi dito, an influence line represents the variation of either reaction, shear, moment, or deflection at specific point in a member as a concentrated force moves over the member. Once this line is constructed, one can tell at a glance where the moving load should be placed on the structure so that it creates the greatest influence at the specified point. Furthermore, the magnitude of the associated reaction, shear, or moment at the point can then be calculated from the ordinates of the influence line diagram. So using the influence line daw, we can determine where should be placed the moving load para ma-determine natin yung maximum response ng structure. And then, to determine the value of the maximum shear, maximum moment, and maximum reaction, it relates daw to the ordinate of the influence line. Ano nga ba yung ordinate? So, di ba in a Cartesian plane, so, let's say we have a Cartesian plane, no? Sa Cartesian plane, yung x-axis ay tinatawag na abscissa. Ngayon, yung y-axis ay tinatawag na ordinate. So, using the ordinate of the influence line, we can determine the value for different maximum responses. Okay? So, ngayon, sa influence line, ang pag-aalalan natin for this lecture is influence line for beams. Ang kukuhanin natin yung maximum reaction, shear, or moment, or influence line ng reaction, shear, and moment. And then for the influence line for trusses, influence line ng reaction, and influence line ng member forces. Okay? So ngayon, ano ba dapat kailangan natin dandaan or what are the key principles behind influence line? So number one, in order to construct influence line, place a one unit load at various locations to determine the reaction, shear, and moment at the desired position for the influence line. And then number two, upward reaction are considered as positive. So it means that if we have a downward reaction, that is considered as negative. Okay? All influence line for statically determinate beams will consist of straight line segments. This is important because we can use this principle in order to determine other ordinates in our structure. Kasi since this is a straight line, so ibig sabihin, kaya natin magkapag-produce ng similar triangle or also called as ratio and proportion. No? And then number 4, refer to the image below for the directional sign convention for shear and moment when utilizing method of section. So ibig sabihin, kapag nag-method of section ka daw, kinat mo daw yung beam, kinonsider mo yung left side, your moment should be counterclockwise and then your shear ay downward. Kapag nag-cut ka naman, kinonsider mo yung right side, your moment should be clockwise and then your shear should be upward. Okay? So, yun lang po yung principle. So, let's try to solve some problems. Okay? Palit lang ako ng module. Okay, so let's try to answer problem number 1. So, sabi dito, construct the influence line for the vertical reaction at A and C of the beam in the figure. So, ngayon, paano gagawin natin dito? So, first thing we need to do is, again, based on the concept that presented earlier, we need to place one unit load at various location of the beam. Since meron ng mga point na nakalagay dito sa aking beam, so doon na lang tayo maglalagay ng point. But you can cut the beam in different segments that you want. No? Okay? So, ngayon, ang pinapahanap is reaction ng A tsaka reaction ng C. So, ngayon, i-project lang natin yung different reaction nila. So, we have here RA. And then, we also have here RC. So now, how do we solve this problem, no? So again, place one unit load at various locations. So let's say ito yung one unit load natin. Again, yung one unit load natin ay hindi stationary. Ito ay nagmo-move at various location nga daw. Okay, syempre, yung first location niya is dapat from left to right, no? Yung first location muna is yung point A, okay? So ngayon, paano natin susolvein yan? So, lagyan natin dito, one unit load at siyempre, yung point natin, point A, point B, and point C. Tapos, ang pinapahanap sa atin is, initially, reaction sa A muna. Okay? So, ngayon, if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, tapos, pinapahanap sa atin, determine the reaction at A, paano natin susolving yun? So, basically, para makuha natin yung reaction sa A, pwede tayo mag-moment, no? So, summation, moment sa C, equals 0, clockwise, positive. So, therefore, what will happen? So, we have RA, that is clockwise. So, ibig sabihin, that is positive, no? So, ang distance is 5. And then, minus, kasi ito counterclockwise, 1, multiplied by 5 also equals 0. If you notice, no, yung RA natin is just equal to 1.0. Okay? So, ilagay natin yan dito. RA is equivalent to 1.0 if the 1 unit load is placed at point A. Ngayon, i-move natin yung 1 unit load. So, let's say, burahin natin to. Tapos, yung 1 unit load, ilagay natin sa point B. So, ito na ngayon yung 1 unit load. So, ngayon, magbo-moment ka ulit to determine the value of RA. So, ngayon, another moment tayo. So, summation, moment at C equals 0, clockwise positive. So, therefore, so we have RA multiplied by 5, hindi magbabago to. And then, minus 1 multiplied by, ito nagbago kasi nag-move na yung 1 unit load natin. That is 5 minus 3. That is the perpendicular distance of 1 unit load from point C. Okay? So, that is 2. So, multiplied by 2 is equals to 0. So, RA, basically, that's 2 over 5. So, 2 over 5 is equivalent to 0.4. So, this is 0.4. So, plug in natin dito, 0.4. Now, again, i-move natin yung 1 unit load, i-place natin sa point C. Parayin ko lang. If the 1 unit load is placed at point C, so what will be my reaction? Okay? Again, to determine the reaction, you can take the moment at point C. Summation, moment sa C equals 0, clockwise positive. So, therefore, this is RA pa din, multiplied by 5, and then minus 1. Since we don't have any perpendicular distance from the 1 unit load to point C, kasi nga, nasa point C na yung loading. So, therefore, our distance here should be equal to 0. Okay? Equal to 0. So, 0 divided by any number, so RA should be equivalent also to 0. Okay? So, ang influence line natin is yung mga ordinate 1.0, 0.4, and 0. So, using this, we can now create an influence line. Remember, yung influence line for statically determinate beams consists of straight line segments. So, ngayon, if we draw the influence line, influence, so IL na lang ha, influence line for reaction sa A. So, paano natin gagawin yan? First, let me draw the beam. So, kunyari ito yung beam. So, ngayon, meron tayong straight line segments na simula sa 1.0 papunta sa 4. Okay? So, ngayon, lagyan natin ng ordinate. So, this is point A. This is point B. And then, this is point C. Ang ordinate nito, 1.0. Ito naman, 0.4. And then, 0. So, this is already the influence line with regards to the reaction at point A. Okay? Ayusin ko lang. Okay, that is already our answer, no? So, ngayon, punta naman tayo sa kabila, reaction at B. So, ibuburahin ko ulit to, ilalagay muna natin ulit sa point A. Sorry, reaction at C. Okay? So, lagay natin 1 unit load. So, ngayon, gawa ulit tayo ng parang table. So, lagyan natin 1 unit load. at this is point A, B, C. Tapos, pinapahanap sa atin is RC. How do we determine RC? Summation. Moment sa A equals 0 clockwise, positive. So, therefore, what will happen? So, we have negative RC. If the 1 unit load is placed at point A, negative RC multiplied by 5, ito plus 1, pero you don't have any distance kasi nga yung 1 unit load mo naka-place sa point A. So therefore this is 0 equals 0. Any number or 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. So yung unang ordinate natin is 0. Okay, ganun lang ulit yung pangalawa. Summation moment sa A equals 0, clockwise positive. So therefore this is negative RC multiplied by 5. Hindi nagbabago yan, plus 1. Since 0 na ito, o nag-place na tayo ng 1 unit load sa point B. So, burahin ko lang ito, ilipat natin to sa point B. O, kapag nilipat ko yan sa point B, ano na ngayon yung distance niyan from my point A? So, ang distance na niyan is 3 meters. So, lagay natin 1 times 3 equals 0. So, parang 3 over 5. So, yung RC mo is just equal to 0.6. So, ito yung pangalawang value ng ordinate. So, ilagay natin dito. Isin natin. 0.6. Now, if the 1 unit load is placed at point C, lagay natin. Ano na ngayon yung reaction ko sa C? So, ganun lang ulit. Summation moment sa A equals 0, clockwise, positive. So, therefore, this is negative RC, same lang yan, times 5 plus 1 times 5. Bakit 5 na to? Bakit hindi na 3? Kasi nga, yung 1 unit load mo nasa point C na, which has 5 meter distance from point A. Kasi sa point A ka nagmo-moment. So, therefore, yung RC natin should be equivalent to 1.0. So, 1.0 pala ito. Okay, so we can now create an influence line. So again, influence line is consist of straight line segments. Kaya madali. Okay? So, drawing ko lang. Okay, so lagyan natin ng mga letters. So this is the influence line for reaction at C. So this is point A, this is point B, this is point C. The ordinate for this one is 1.0 based on our table here. And then sa B, this is 0.6 and then this is 0. So pwede naman natin lagyan ng horizontal distances. So ito ay 3 meters, ito ay 2 meters. So sa kabila din, lagyan natin 3 meters, ito ay 2 meters. Okay? So that's how you draw influence line based on the 1 unit load placement, no? So medyo mahaba lang but we do have shortcut for that, but that is for different video. Okay? So this is how we answer problem number 2. Okay? Okay, so let's try to answer problem number 2. So construct the influence line for the vertical reaction at B and D of the figure in the beam. So we have an overhanging beam, no? So for this one, I will not incorporate anymore, or I will not place the 1 unit load at different places. So this is just an representation, no? Alam nyo na dapat ilagay yung 1 unit load sa different placement. So ngayon, hindi ko nabuburahin to, tapos lalagay ko dito, buburahin ko na naman, lalagay ko. Again, this is just a representation that the 1 unit load is moving, okay? Moving to the right. So lagyan ko na lang ng pag-ano. Okay? So ngayon, na pinapahanap is reaction sa B tsaka reaction sa D. So again, let's write the representation of those reactions. Okay? So we have here RB. And then we have here RD, sorry. Okay, ganun lang ulit. Gawa tayong table. A, B, C, and D. Tapos unahin na natin si RB. Ngayon, para makuha natin si RB, summation moment sa D equals 0. Remember, magsa-summation moment ka lang kung nasan yung support. So in our case, yung support natin is at point B and D. So unahin na natin yung D. So ngayon, yung 1 unit load natin, ipibase natin sa point A muna. Okay? So if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, tapos nag-moment ka sa D, so we have RB, which is positive, no? Kasi clockwise, multiplied by the distance. So that distance is, so 3 plus 6, so that is 9. So multiplied by 9 minus 1 multiplied by, ano to? So that is 9 plus 3, so that's 12. Equals 0. So yung RB natin should be equivalent to 1.33 or 4 over 3. Okay? So lagay natin dito. So 1.33. So ngayon ganun lang ulit, pero yung 1 unit load na natin nasa point B na. So kung nasa point B na yan, so ganun pa din, RB 9 minus 1 times 9 equals 0. So yung RB natin should be equivalent to 1.0. So ito 1.33, ito 1.0. Okay? So another one, so RB times 9, remember yung 1 unit load natin nasa point C na, and then ang distance ng point C from point D is 6 meters based on this figure, no? So ngayon, minus 1 times 6 equals 0. So ngayon yung RB natin should be equivalent to 2 over 3 or 0.66 or 67. Okay? Highlight ko lang. Okay? So 0.67. And then other one, if the 1 unit load is placed at point D, so ganun pa din. So RB multiplied by 9 minus 1. Tapos ano ng distance? Since nagmo-moment tayo sa D, tapos yung 1 unit load natin nasa point D, so it doesn't have any distance. So therefore, this is 0. Equals 0. So 0 divided by any number, so yung RB natin should be equivalent to 0. Okay? So lagay natin dito 0. So ngayon, anong next step? Next step is we need to draw the influence line for RB. Drawing ko lang. Okay? So this is the influence line. For the reaction at B. Okay? So this is point A, point B, point C, and then point D. So the ordinate for this one is 1.33 or 4 over 3. This one is 1.0. This one is 0.67 or 2 over 3. And then this one is 0. Okay? So let's write the horizontal distances. This is 3 meters, 3 meters, and then 6 meters. Okay? So that's how we draw the influence line with regards to the reaction at B. Okay? So ngayon, let's try to solve the reaction at D. So ganun pa din. So lagyan lang natin ng 1 unit load. Point A, B, C, and D. Tapos hinahanap naman natin yung RD. Now, to determine the RD, so kailangan mag-moment sa B. Equal 0. Clockwise, positive. So, if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, tapos hinahanap mo si RD, so let's try to figure out. So, paano yan? So, ngayon, yung movement ng RD natin is negative. The negative RD, bakit negative? Kasi moving counterclockwise siya from point B, no? So, negative RD times 9. And then, yung movement din ng 1 unit load natin, since it is placed at point A, so moving counterclockwise din siya sa point B. So therefore, minus din ito, 1 equals 0. Sorry, minus 1 times 3 equals 0. So yung RD natin should be equivalent to negative 1/3. Okay? So yan muna. Okay, another one. If the 1 unit load is placed at point B. So ngayon, if it is placed at point B, so ano mangyayari? So negative RD times 9. Since it doesn't have any perpendicular distance kasi nagmo-moment ka sa B. So by the way, this is negative 1/3, no? Or 0.33 na lang. Since nagmo-moment ka sa B, tas yung 1 unit load mo nasa point B, so wala kang perpendicular distance. So ito ay 0. So RD is equivalent to 0. So 0 pala ito. Okay? Ngayon, another one, if the 1 unit load is placed at point C, so negative RD ulit, ito naman hindi nagbabago, no? And then, plus ka na ngayon. Bakit plus? Kasi this now is moving clockwise from point B. And it has a distance of 3. So 1 times 3 equals 0. So yung RD natin should be equivalent to 1/3 or 0.33. And then finally, if the 1 unit load is placed at point D, so negative RD times 9 plus 1 times 9 equals 0. So yung RD natin should be equivalent to 1. Okay? So ngayon, let's draw the influence line. So this is the influence line for the reaction at D. Okay? Okay, so let's like the letters. So we have here point A, point B, point C, and then point D. So let's write the ordinates. So this is 1.0, this is 0.33 or 1/3. This is negative 0.33, and then this is 0. So horizontal distances, 3 meters, this is 3 meters, this is 6 meters. So this is already your answer for the influence line for the reaction at D. Okay? So that's how we answer problem number 2. Okay, so let's try to answer problem number 3. So it says here that we need to draw the influence line for shear at B. So ang gagawin natin, in order for us to determine the influence line for shear at B, kailangan natin ng reaction sa A kasi kailangan natin mag-cut sa point B in order to determine the shear. You can consider left side or right side, but for this one, I just consider the left side para medyo mas familiar tayo, no? Okay? So, again, I already incorporated the 1 unit load and the reaction at A. This is based on the ones that we solved earlier, no? Okay? So, ang gagawin ko, ika-cut natin, no? Cut ko dito, tapos consider natin yung left side. Kapag consider natin yung left side, ganito makikita natin, no? Okay. So, ang sabi natin, kapag nag-cut ka, tapos kinonsider mo yung left side, the direction of your shear should be downward. Okay? So, yan yung ating shear, no? So, ngayon, meron tayong pin dito that contains the reaction at point A. Okay? So, tapos, maglalagay tayong 1 unit load. Remember, this 1 unit load is moving. It is not stationary, no? Yan yung influence line natin or pag-create ng influence line natin. Okay? So, the distance here is 3 meters. So, lagay ko lang. meters. Okay, so let's try to solve. So ngayon, if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, so ibig sabihin yung 1 unit load mo nandito. So lagay ko lang pero buuin ko rin. Again, it is just a representation. So what is your value for the shear at point B? So ngayon, summation forces vertical lang yan. Or, in my case, ang ginagawa ko, kapag opposite doon sa direction ng VB ko, so remember, ang direction nito downward. Kapag opposite sa direction nito, positive. Kapag same direction, negative. So ngayon, for our first influence ordinate, since the 1 unit load is placed at point A, so ang 1 unit load kasi downward. So that should be positive, no? So BB is equals to positive 1, downward, negative. Kasi same direction sa VB, no? So remember, yan na nga, sulat ko na nga, 1 unit load. Okay, ang opposite direction is yung RA. So bali magiging 1.0, again based on the reaction at A ito ha. Based on the reaction at A, and then minus 1.0 based on 1 unit load. Okay? So ngayon, yan lang naman yung dalawang force present if we cut the beam and then consider the left side. So ngayon, ang VB ko should be equivalent to 0 dahil doon sa dalawang to. Kasi 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. So yung VB ko pala dito is 0. Okay? Ngayon, if the 1 unit load is placed at point B, so remember, this is point A, ha? This is point B. So nandito na yung 1 unit load natin. So burahin ko lang. Nandito. Ngayon, kapag nandyan yung 1 unit load mo, may dalawa kang senaryo. So meron kang VB left, tsaka VB right. So paano ba yan? Anong ibig sabihin ng VB left, tsaka VB right? So ganito kasi, kunyari ito yung point B mo. So gawa tayong isang maliit na point. So nandito yung point B mo. Tapos, if the 1 unit load is placed to the left of point B, ibig sabihin kapag nag-cut ka sa point B, i-consider mo pa yung 1 unit load. It's just to the left eh. BB left ang ino-consider mo eh. Ngayon, if the 1 unit load is lumagpas na ng konting-konti lang, no? It is just to the right of point B. You will not consider the 1 unit load anymore. Kasi lagpas na. Dito ka nag-cut eh. Dito ka nag-cut eh. Lagpas na sa point B. So, you will not consider that anymore. Okay? So, ito, based on VB left, ito, based on VB right. Okay? So, dalawa yan. Dalawang calculation gagawin mo dyan. Okay? So, let's try. So, ngayon, again, opposite direction positive, same direction negative. Considering VB left, again, meron kang RA. Remember, if the 1 unit load is placed at point B, your reaction now is 0.4. Okay? So, bali mangyayari, 0.4. So, that's positive kasi opposite direction minus 1.0. Remember, you need to include the 1.0 pa kasi nga, it's just to the left of point B. Okay? So, yung VB left natin should be equivalent to negative 0.6. Ngayon, paano naman yung VB right? O, lagay natin, VB right is equals to, so remember, opposite direction pa din si RA. So, lagay pa rin natin, 0.4. Now, we will not consider anymore the 1.0 since it is just to the right of point B. Kapag nag-cut ka, nasa right ng point B, hindi na yan kasama. Okay? So, the value for the influence line for BB right should be, or the ordinate for BB right is 0.6. So, kapag nilagay natin yan dito, dalawa din. So, that is negative 0.6, consider BB left. Ito, positive 0.4. Dapat pag pinag-add mo yan, lagi yan equal to 1. Okay? So, ngayon, if the 1 unit load naman is placed at point C, so remember, our reaction is 0. So, therefore, kung wala tayong reaction, edi wala din tayong force. So, yung VB natin should be equivalent to 0. Okay? So, 0 pala ito. So, ngayon, ano next step natin? Next step is we need to draw the influence line. So, influence line for shear at B. So, let me draw first the beam. So, mangyayari, negative 0.6. So this is 5 meters. This is, I think, this is 3 meters. This is 2 meters. This is point A, point B, and point C. This is negative 0.6. This is 0.4. And then, of course, these two are 0. So this is now your influence line for the shear at point B. Okay? So that's how we solve problem number 3. Okay, so let's try to answer problem number 4. So sabi dito, draw the influence line for shear at point C. So again, ganun lang din ginawa ko. Meron na ako ditong 1 unit load at point A, B, and C, D. Tapos, naglagay na rin akong ng reaction nila. Again, this has been solved based on previous problem, no? Na-solve na natin yan. So ngayon, i-represent ko lang dito yan, ha? So we have here RB. Again, since we consider RB as our reaction, so ibig sabihin, kino-consider ko na pag nag-cut ako, yung left side yung kukuhanin natin. Okay? So again, drawing ko muna. Okay, nag-cut na tayo. Tapos lagay natin yung RB. This distance is 3 meters. This is 3 meters. Again, if we consider the left side, the direction of your shear should be downward. Okay? So ngayon, if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, remember this is point A, B, and C. If the 1 unit load is placed at point A, ibig sabihin nandito, kapag nandyan yung 1 unit load, ay reaction is 1.33. So therefore, opposite direction, positive, same direction, negative. So yung VC ko is equivalent to 1.33 minus 1.0. Again, this is based on the reaction at B. This is based on 1 unit loading. Okay? So ngayon, yung VC ko pala is equals to 0.33. Positive. Okay? So lagay natin dito. Okay? If the 1 unit load now is placed at point B, so my reaction is equivalent to 1.0. Opposite direction, so that's positive, no? So 1.0 and then minus 1.0 courtesy of the 1 unit load which is placed at point B. So therefore, yung VC ko pala dito is equivalent to 0. So lagay natin. Okay? So dito na magkakaroon ng V left tsaka V right. Okay? So i-project natin. VCL, ito VCR. Again, yung VCL is the 1 unit load is just to the left of, sulat ko na nga, para hindi malito. So ito yung C. Again, sa present lang to kapag shear. Pag moment, wala po ito. So this is V, this is based on VCL. This is based on VCR. Okay? So VCL, you need to consider the 1 unit load still, but what is the value of our reaction? If the 1 unit load is placed at point C, our reaction is 0.67. So ngayon, ano mangyayari? So positive 0.67 and then minus 1.0. Remember, this is based on the 1 unit load. You need to consider still because it is on the left side of point C. So ngayon yung VCL ko should be equivalent to negative 0.33. Okay? How about VCR? So, yung VCR ko should be equivalent to 0.67 lang. Wala na yung 1.0 kasi lumagpas na nung point C. Okay? So, ito yung mga values natin. And then, finally, if the 1 unit load is placed at point D, our reaction is 0. So, therefore, yung VC natin should be equivalent also to 0 because we don't have any loading present in our beam. Okay? So, lagay natin dito, negative 0.33, and then this one is 0.67, positive, and then 0. So, now, let's draw the influence line for shear at point C. Drawing ko muna. So, positive, tapos negative, another positive. Okay, so let's write the letters. So we have here point A, this is point B, C, and then D. Horizontal distance, this is 6 meters, 3 meters, and then another 3 meters. This is 0.33. This is negative 0.33. This is positive 0.67, and then the others is 0. So this is now the influence line for the shear at point C. Again, for now, hindi pa natin alam kung anong meaning ng mga influence line na yan. So, don't worry, we will tackle it once we get there, no? Kapag meron na tayong mga loading na present, moving loads na present. No? But for now, that is our influence line for shear at point C. For this problem, problem number 4. Okay? Okay, so let's try to solve problem number 5. Just like what we did on shear, so ganun pa din, magkakat din lang tayo dito. So kapag nagkat ako, since I consider here the reaction at A, so ibig sabihin, kinukuha natin yung left side ng cutting plane. So ang pinapanganap nga pala dito is the moment or the influence line for the moment at point B. Okay? So cut natin, consider natin yung left side. Kapag kinonsider natin yung left side, ganito makikita natin, no? Okay, tapos we do have reaction here, RA, that has a distance of 3 meters. Ngayon, kapag nag-cut ka, kinonsider mo yung left side, the direction of your moment should be counterclockwise. So, yan, MB. So, ngayon class, walang MB left dito, tsaka MB right. So, kasi wala naman siyang perpendicular distance, no? So, 0 lang, doesn't matter, no? So, kaya, hindi na natin i-consider yun. Tuloy-tuloy lang tayo, mas madali ito, no? Okay? So, if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, so ibig sabihin nandito yung 1 unit load, our reaction for A is 0. So, what is the value for MB? So, ganun pa din, opposite direction positive, same direction negative, since it is moving counterclockwise. So, yung RA ko is moving clockwise, no? Kapag ganun yung scenario, ibig sabihin positive si RA. Kasi opposite direction sa MB, no? So, therefore, RA ko is 1, perpendicular distance ko is 3, minus 1. Saan galing to? Yung 1 unit load na place dito. Okay? So, times 3 also. Again, this is based on reaction sa A. This is based on 1 unit loading. Okay? So, yung MB ko should be equivalent to 0. So, 0 pala ito. Okay? So, another one, if the 1 unit load is placed at point B, my reaction is 0.4. So, therefore, positive ulit yung reaction, 0.4, hindi nagbabago yung perpendicular distance, 3 pa din. Ngayon, yung 1 unit load natin, walang distance. So, minus 1 times 0. Kasi, yung 1 unit load mo nasa point B, wala na siyang distance. So, therefore, yung MB mo should be equivalent to 0.4 times 3. I think that's 1.2. So, correct? So, that is 1.2. So, ibig sabihin pala, ito pala ay 1.2. Now, if the 1 unit load is placed at point C, remember, you don't have any reaction. And then, lumagpas na si 1 unit load mo kasi nasa point C na. So, yung value ng MB mo lang dyan is equivalent to 0. So, 0 lang pala ito. Okay? So, ngayon, let me plot na the influence line. So, dito na lang. So, influence line for the moment at point B. Okay, so this is now point A, point B, and then point C. So this is 1.2. So this is 3 meters. This is 2 meters. So this is now your answer for problem number 5. Okay, madali lang, no? Okay? Okay, so let's try to answer problem number 6. So this is now the last problem for our part 1 of the influence line. This is the long method of the influence line. May mas madali dito. Pero gusto ko lang ituro to para magkaroon kayo ng foundation. If you forgot the long method, the short method, so you can always go back to the long method, or which is the principle, kung saan nanggaling yung principle. Okay? So ngayon, since I consider here RA, ibig sabihin kinong-consider ko yung left side ng cutting plane. Kapag left side yung kinonsider natin, so i-cut natin dito. Then consider the left side. So ngayon, i-drawing ko lang yung cutting plane, no? So this is the reaction at B. So again, kapag kinonsider mo yung left side, wait lang, lagyan muna natin ng mga distances. Kapag kinonsider mo yung left side, your moment should be counterclockwise. So this is point A, B, C, and then this is MC. Okay? So if the 1 unit load is placed at point A, so ibig sabihin nandito yung 1 unit load mo, no? So my reaction is 1.33. So ngayon, opposite direction, positive, same direction, negative. Opposite reaction yung moment. So therefore, this is 1.33 multiplied by the distance. So this is 3 minus 1. Since same direction yung 1 unit load na nandito. So 1 times 6 equals, so ilang kaya itong MC natin? So 1.33 times 3 minus 1 times 6. So, ang lumalabas sa akin is 2. Negative 2. Okay? So, yun yung una natin. So, if the 1 unit load is placed at point B, so ano mangyayari? Our reaction is 1. So, 1 times 3. 1.33. This is based on the reaction again, kasi opposite direction sa MC. Pag ano yung RB. So, ngayon, minus 1 times 3. Sorry, hindi 1.33. That is 1. So, based on the reaction. So, 1 times 3. Ito, based on the loading, same direction. So, that should be negative, no? So, negative 1 times 3. So, ilan kaya yung MC natin? MC natin should be equivalent to 0. Okay? So, if the 1 unit load is placed at point C. So, my reaction is 0.67 na positive, no? So, ngayon, anong mangyayari? So, 0.67 times 3. Kung wala ka ng 1 unit load kasi nasa point C na, it doesn't have any perpendicular distance. So, therefore, yung MC ko should be equivalent to, bari 2, ilan to? 0.67 times 3. So, that is 2.0. Okay? Now, if the 1 unit load is placed at point D, so wala kang reaction, so therefore, yung MC mo is just equal to 0. So, ilagay na natin yan. Mga yan. So, we have here negative 2. This is 0. This is 2.0. Then, this is 0. So, the influence line, drawing natin, for the moment at point C, okay, so lagay natin yung horizontal distances. So this is 3 meters, and then this is 3 meters, this is 6 meters. So this is point A, point B, point C, and then point D. So let's write the ordinates. So we have here 2.0, and then this is negative 2.0. So this is now the influence line for the moment at point C. Okay, so that ends our part 1 for the lecture for the influence line. So my next topic or next video, so I will discuss the shortcut method or the Murray-Brestos method in order to determine the coordinate and the shape of the influence line based on beams. Okay, so see you on the next video.